All right, I'm out here in the pond. I've actually been fishing for about an hour. The bite is extremely slow this morning, but anyway, this is Ocheessee Pond. It used to be called a lake a long time ago, but now they call it a pond. I guess because it's so grown up. It's full of vegetation. I mean, you can look right here. It's full of this is like a little ditch that goes down a ways. I just came through that way. I don't have I see one bust way up there, but I've done missed a couple, and I've got two in the boat, or I released them. But anyway, I done caught two on this exact same H crawl. I see them busting way up there, but anyway, we're gonna attempt to get a little bit of footage. I'm gonna put this on. I got my little hat mount, and hopefully that'll get you a good angle. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I got a head strap, but we're just gonna use this right here for now and see how it works. Come on. There's a lot of debris. If you can see down there, there's a log in the water. But anyway, I might have just ripped it. This bait was already ripped up pretty good. Yeah, let me change it because it's sliding down and messing up. So if you like me, I keep spares in my pocket. That way I ain't got to get down, and because this is my little river boat. I use it for out here because it's real narrow, and a lot of the places out here you cannot get a full-size boat. For example, it's such shallow water out here. But anyway, I'll run this for a little bit and see if we can get you some footage. If not, then oh well. This is actually the first time I've tried to get any footage on camera. I wish I would have had this with me a couple of days ago when me and my dad came out here, and man, the bite was really on that morning. I mean, well, right now I don't know if you can see it, but man, there's one right there making a hell of a commotion. Sometimes when they're acting up like that, they so wild and they don't want to bite, but it still don't hurt to try, because if you hook into the one that's raising hell like that, usually it's a pretty good one. But like I say, I don't know if the camera is actually picking up that commotion that fish was making or not. It's pretty zoomed out. I could zoom it in, I guess, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now, because I got it set there for when I'm doing videos in my shop. But on a good note, even if we don't catch another one and get one on camera, a good note, we actually hit I think 509 subscribers as of this morning, so that's a plus. So I will be doing a giveaway very, very shortly. I'm trying to get all the details figured out, but anyway, I'm gonna announce the giveaway on video, but I honestly think I'm gonna do it a little different. I've done a couple of giveaways in the past, and the way I've done those giveaways, I actually did it on my Facebook, and then the second one I did it on Facebook and Instagram. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to do this one straight off of YouTube. You know, if I can get the amount of traction that I'm hoping for, you know, like give details, how to enter. I mean, do something like just like and, you know, leave a comment and be entered. But anyway, I'll give a full detail. I'll actually probably make the video showing what you will get in the drawing. But anyway, fishing and this is actually wide open right here. This is not a thick area. This is actually not a thick area at all. I mean, you can work this area. When you start getting off in that stuff out there, you learn how to be a good caster. I mean, you'll learn to cast left-handed, right-handed, undercast. It'll test your patience also. I mean, because you're trying to look around, you're still gonna catch trees, you're gonna catch limbs. I mean, you're gonna get hung up just because of how thick this stuff can get, and it's real shallow. I mean, right here we're in about 2 foot deep of water, which that is actually not bad, because a lot of areas out here you're only running about 8 inches to a foot. I mean, it is bad shallow. And this time of the year, the lily pads hasn't choked it out. I mean, here in another month or so, these little lily pads is gonna be just solid through here, and it is hard to get through and fish it proper. There went a little one just spooked. My dad, he came out here yesterday. I see some rolling up there, but my dad came out here yesterday, but he went over on the other side. There's an area called the Buzzard Roost. He went over in that direction. It's a little bit deeper, because the day before they were out here running this real shallow stuff. I just wanted to see if they came back in. Yesterday they had moved off to a little bit deeper, you know, about 6 feet of water. But I just wanted, we got rain coming in, and they said another chance for a cold snap, so I wanted to come out here and see if they would actually turn on a little bit, especially since we got this little cold snap supposed to come in after this rain this afternoon. Yeah, a couple of days. Oh, there's one moving right there, but don't mean he's going back, because they're not feeding this morning like they were. But man, if I would have had this GoPro with me Saturday, man, I could have got y'all some good footage. I mean, it was one of them days where, man, every time I've had it with me, you know, the bite was so slow. I mean, I couldn't have got you no footage other than just watching me cast. Of course, that might be all you're gonna see here. I was hoping I might, because I got 2 within about see them limbs, trees right there. I barely touched that one. And you got a choice. You can either break it off or go to it. And honestly, well, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, while I'm slowly, I'll just lay this to the side, because there's so much commotion in here. I'll just lay that to the side, and I'll ease over there in just a second. I'll work a old big worm through this little flat, because I'm seeing a lot of commotion, so I'd hate to know I missed my one. Just went up behind it, but yeah, I've had that happen a lot this morning, where they just ease up behind it, like run up behind it like they chasing it, and then they just veer away, you know. They're not feeding, they just curious about it. The couple I did hit, they more or less just went right up on them. And I gotta start heading over there, or I'm gonna end up breaking it off anyway. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind. I'll break off real quick if I'll break my line real quick, especially if I'm, you know, if I'm catching fish or something like that and I'm impatient and don't want to spook any. Now if I would have been catching fish all through here, I would have just went ahead and broke that. I mean, I could have easily broke it and retied, put another hook on. But what I will do, anytime I have a anytime I hang up like that and it wraps around the limb and I snatch it, I'm gonna recommend, and you can do what you want, but I will recommend retying. I mean, you're gonna put fray in your line. And these trees right here, these are them trees I was talking about the other day. I don't know if you can see these. That there's like sandpaper. It puts terrible stress on your line. So anytime you, and they're so, you know, that stuff right there is terrible. I mean, it's springy, you know what I mean? When you hang into it, it's hard to get it loose, especially if you let it wrap around a couple of times and you snatch on it, it will cause you problems. One thing that's in this little pond also, this pond is full of what we call jack. Some people call them like pickerel or something like that, but we just call them jack. It's full of jack, and it is loaded with big mudfish, which I think some people call them like bowfin, but we call them mudfish. So and one thing I will say, like, I let this reel like slide down in the water a few seconds ago. Anytime you let one of these reels slide down in the water, I don't recommend it, you know, because you will end up backlashing a few times because that water gets in there and it can cause you problems. So when I get home, I will actually take this reel apart, blow it with the air compressor, and after I do it, I'm gonna see if we can work this way because it's real shallow. But I'll actually blow it out with the air compressor, and from there I'll re-oil it, lube it up, you know, put a little bit of grease in it, because like I said, the first several times you cast after you get water in it, man, it's horrible. I can't stand it. I might even switch reels in a minute, because it does take a few times for you to get that water. That water just mixes with the lube that's already in there, and it will cause you problems for a few minutes till it gets out of there. Of course, I keep like real oil and stuff like that in my bag, but you know, and if stays like that, I can take it apart out here and just blow in it and try to you know, clean that water out of it and put a little oil in it. And you can slow it down with your thumb a little bit more, but it's just, it really will cause you problems. Or it does with these. A lot of the reels I fish with are lures. This is the inshore custom. I like the lures products. Now with that being said, well, there went one. With that being said, I do like a, oh yeah, here we go. Damn it, pick it back up. Pick it back up. All right. God dang, he turned it loose. I was hoping he was chewing on it, but see, you can tell right there the hook never penetrated him. Never got him, but he ran. That's a good sign. He had ran to it, and ooh, this thing is throwing too damn far. That water in it will make it cast like crazy. If we hang up this time without getting out, I'm gonna just go ahead and, there we go. And there was a fish under it, but anyway, you'll have that happen a lot where they don't really want it. He ran to it, picked it up, and just nibbled on it. See, there's another one, but oh, this one's taking it. Yeah, all right, just a little one, but just a little one. But you know what, we got him on. And see the way he took that one, he actually wanted it. The one over there, you can tell he didn't want it. I don't even know if this camera is really okay. I just had to double check and make sure. Matter of fact, that's just a color I threw together last night just to bring out here fishing today. All it is it was a real dark watermelon, and I had some old cherry seed left, so I took that cherry seed and put a couple of drops of black in it to darken it up a little bit, give it almost a black cherry look. And like I say, I just done them just to bring out here. Ooh, it's getting shallow right here, and we might be able to ease through there. I actually might have to pick the trolling motor up and hold it by hand for a second. Let's see if they might accidentally be another one. Sometimes you can get a couple that act up, but them right there, them was just little males. You know, when you hit even them ones we got the other day that was pretty good size. You know, we got some 4-pounders, one that might have went 5, but even then, man, this water's shallow. Even then, you know, it was just the females. They ain't quite ready yet. They're running a little bit later than they usually do here. But we've had some crazy weather. You know, they're not just gorged. There we go. They're not just real fat filled with eggs. I ain't gonna make this video too long. I'm hoping there went one, just swam off. Thought maybe we might get one more. Ooh, I don't know if we're gonna, I remember the other day it was so shallow right there I was hitting, so I might not. Yeah, there goes another one acting up. They might actually try to turn on later in the day than what they usually do. Yeah, we touching bottom right here. Yep. I'll cast a couple of times, and then I'll have to pick up on the trolling motor and ease around. But got minnows, got bait fish. All right. Well, if you look way behind us, there's a little ditch area, and a lot of times you see this and it looks like little roads. That's because when this water gets real low, you'll have people coming here with four-wheel drives, and they'll just drive out here in this shallow and mud bog and tear the hell out of it. That's why you see that's why you'll see a lot of people putting man, that wind is catching. You'll see a lot of people actually putting up like private property posted signs back there. These a guy's got, because the water is actually a little bit higher than what it has been, and you know, over the last couple years, where you're able to get to some of this stuff. But I mean, I know people like to have fun, but at the same time, I mean, they will come out here and tear it up. And honestly, I can't necessarily say I mind, because I actually like fishing these little, what I call ditches, little trenches that are real shallow, like right here. And I have had it where it's so shallow you'd have to, you know, you get in a situation where you got two choices: either get out and pull the boat, you know, or walk, or you know, walk it around, or actually turn around and go back, you know, half a mile the other direction. And personally, I'll shut my shoes off, roll my pants legs up, and I'll pull it through here. Even though this pond is loaded. Oh, there's a big old bluegill, old red belly dead right there. But even though there's a ton of gators out here, matter of fact, right before I started filming back there, that first bass I caught was right where two big gators slid off in the water and just tore it up, raising hell. But anyway, until I get situated back again, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, or you know, I might even end it later. We'll see. That might be the only fish we get on camera. But anyway, well, I shit you not, I just came out right there, I mean literally 25 yards, and I made 3 damn casts and end up with one. So maybe I should have left the camera going. I mean, I'll leave it going for a few more minutes and see if that was just a, damn, I tore that claw. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and that's the beauty of let's see what color I got. All right, that's the beauty of making your own baits. You can just take them and remelt, throw them in a pot, remelt them back down, and make you some more. I like this color. I actually done really good on this color the other day. Hopefully you can see that. But anyway, that fish right there. Oh, if you done much fishing, I'm sure you have, where you have the line pulling to your spool a little bit and catch. But maybe that wasn't just a fluke. I'm hoping they might turn right there. All right, there's another one. God bless, you saw that though. Oh shit, they might turn on. He didn't get hooked good, but I'm surprised it's a little bit, well, we 3 foot deep right here, but hey, that's not bad. They might actually turn on a little bit. Well, the sun, it ain't came out, but it's peeking out a little bit, you know, like throughout the clouds. It'll peek out a minute and hide for a second, you know. And they might know that we're gonna have a storm coming. They showing it's supposed to get, you know, later this afternoon, it's supposed to get a little nasty. Oh, that little fish right there, he wasn't a big one, but I hear him popping out there. He was a little bit better than that last one we caught. Man, I had him pinned pretty good. could have tried to go to him, but anyway, I got to see him. That's what counts. I got to see him. I got to feel him, and hopefully y'all saw him on camera. I mean, I was hoping I'd get another one right there. You know, I just caught that one. I turned the camera back on, then within a couple of casts, boy, that was a terrible cast. But within a couple of casts, I got that bite. Man, that wind is kicking right now. I'm having to put on the brakes really hard. I don't know if you can hear that wind or not, but yeah, we're gonna ease through here. I ain't gonna keep it on too long because I ain't trying to, you know, I ain't worried about battery. I got plenty of battery life. I just ain't trying to make a video real long where I've only caught one fish on camera. I almost had the two for you. We're gonna cut right through here. That's what I say, if you can see how thick it is in this water. You know, a lot of people think this water is you know, is real black. It ain't really that the water is black. You can see in it, the bottom of it is so dang dark. You know, it makes the it really makes the water look, oh man, I got another one. Oh, there goes some right there. This stuff right here is sometimes a pain in the butt. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna, because I don't want to stop the camera. I'd rather just go over here and take it out of the tree. But I kid you not, I go through a lot of hooks some days. Come on over. Because a lot of times, and once they wrap around like that, you might as well either go to it or break it off. And like I say, a lot of times, man, I'm gonna test it. I should go ahead and retie, but you know what? We all make mistakes. This be one of them moments where, and I've had it happen numerous times, where you should retie, but I'm gonna go around instead of going through there, because usually I would cut through there, but on camera I ain't trying to be hung in trees all the time. You might think I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But anyway, I have had it happen where you should have retied. You know, oh, I'll be all right for another couple of casts, then you actually hang into a good one and break your line. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I mean, I can't tell you how many pros I've seen do it. You know, I can't tell you how many pros I've seen on the tournament trail that do it. But you know, I hate to, and I cuss and I show my butt, and it's nobody's fault but my own, because I know better. But this pond is real big. I mean, especially if you ain't from around here. If you watching this and you ain't from around here, you go online and look it up, you know, and you'll, oh, now that one right there, oh man, I got lucky. But look it up, you'll see that you know, there you can find some pretty cool history out here. You know, back in the 60s, it was considered a lake, and it was a lot more open. Like this side of it, man, there's some of them up there raising hell. But and they used to do all kind of events. They actually predicted that the next world record, or state record, yeah, would be caught from out here. And you know, I can probably see that happen. I mean, they got enough cover. There's a lot of it, and I have been through a lot of this water that a lot of people hasn't been through. Because I mean, shit, I don't mind. I'll sleep out here, and I have done it, you know. But I'll cut right through the middle of this crap because it goes for miles and miles and miles. Man, I see in this shallow water, I'm seeing them run and raise hell. But that don't mean nothing. A lot of times the ones that spook you like that are hard to catch, unless you just drop it right there perfect and they just happen to swim by. We're gonna try to ease over that way. But this little riverboat, man, I like it because I can go all through. Anyway, let me get back on track. You can look up the information, and man, they used to put on like shows out here doing the competition, like fancy, you know, skiing, you know, where they have like 7 or 8 people, you know, people on each other's shoulders, damn, skiing and stuff. They used to do all kind of stuff like that out here back in the old days, you know. And because the area they call the foot, where I put in at, is a lot more open, you know. It's a bigger open area. So this back here is a lot more grown up. Uh-oh. Oh, don't break. Come here, baby. About time we get another one on camera. And it wouldn't have took much for that one to through the hook. But see if you can see it. I gotta take my hat and make sure I'm still rolling. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad. And just in case you're wondering, now don't get me wrong, I'll keep a bass once in a while. I think I've kept, for myself, I think I've kept maybe, don't let me lie to you, I might have kept maybe 2 or 3 for myself in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, I don't keep them very often. Now if I get one and he swallows it and he's gonna damn die, oh yeah, I ain't gonna let him go to waste. I'll take him home and eat him. I mean, because personally, I mean, I like you know, fish, but I don't keep too many of them. I've had a lot of people, oh, you should man, you should be eating them. And don't get me wrong, I eat them. I just don't, it ain't, you know, it ain't a fish that, oh shit, man, he was waking up on it. He's right behind it. I'm too close to the boat now. Or if I would have had a few more feet, I believe I could have made that one. I believe I could have made that one get it. And you can slow it down and stop it sometime and they'll pick it up. Sometimes that's what you need to do, but we were committed. We was gonna let it ride. There's some fish right here. They moved back into this shallow, it looks like. Cloud cover roll in. Do you got it or not? Nope. He hit at it, but that wasn't, I don't think that was the big one. I'm actually going to get in a different angle just in case, because there's less crap to go through. But while I'm heading over there, and a lot of times when it goes from like this to sunny, oh, we got one just bit it. That one don't act like a bass. He might be though. He's swimming. Yep, he's swimming away with it. It took him a second to. The way he started pecking on it, I couldn't tell, but look at that little thing. Let me take my hat off. Make sure. Damn, this battery's about dead already. All right. Well, I'm gonna release this one. I'm actually gonna shut the camera down for a few minutes, and well, there's a big one raising hell over there. You can't get them big ones about when they acting like that. But anyway, I'm gonna shut the camera down, and when we get in another area where they're starting to bite again, we'll come back. All right. The bite had slowed way down. I actually came out. I got away from the shoreline, came out to a little bit deeper water. It's probably about 4 foot right here, and I ended up with a better one. I mean, not big, but still a good solid £1.5. Could possibly go 2 pound. I mean, these fish out here, they weigh up sometimes, so hell, don't let me lie to you. I'm just curious myself. The ones the other day weighed up pretty good. This one should go, oh yeah, 1.96. I knew it should be close to 2 pound. That's a good one. Not bad. All right, I ain't gonna keep the camera on just because it's been slow. I mean, it's probably been I've had a couple of bites, you know. I mean, I had a couple of decent bites, but it's probably been a good 25 minutes since I turned the camera off. I mean, it slowed down a lot, but I was actually on my way. The main boat run is right through there, so I was actually on my way to the main boat run, and that one just happened to, I just been slowly, while I'm going through this way, because you don't want to run your big motor through this. There's too much. I mean, there's stumps and all kind of stuff, but there's a main boat run that you get to. It's not too far. It's probably only 100 yards through there. I could cut through there, but I kind of want to work through these bigger trees. But anyway, I'm not, let me see. Yeah, I only got like 20% battery on this one, so I'm gonna shut this one. Well, I'll make a couple of casts, but I'm not expecting anything. That right there might have been just an accident, but that's a little bit better fish than the previous ones we caught. That makes number 8 that I've caught so far today, which is not bad. I mean, for out here, you can catch, when you get in them, you can catch 8 in, you know, a 20-minute period out here when you really get into them. So, but anyway, that was the better quality. The rest of them's been small, maybe pounders, you know, but that one right there was probably the better one. That's why I wanted to turn the camera back on. But let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna ease right through them trees right there. I'll fish a little bit more on camera and talk to you a minute, and then I ain't gonna waste your time, because this video is already gonna be, if I ain't careful, this video will be a damn hour long if I don't edit it. But I don't like really editing and cutting it short. I like you to be able to see how, you know, how long it takes. I've been out here all together, maybe I might have been out here 2 hours already, and I mean, I've got 8, so I'm satisfied with that. Even if I didn't catch another one today, I mean, that's fine. But I was just hoping to get a couple of decent ones. I mean, 2 pound is not bad, but I mean, you get used to catching a few 4+ pounders, and then you come out here and you're only catching, you know, 1 and 2 pounders. All right, come on. Oh yeah. He's swimming with it. He's swimming with it. Yep. God, come on. He's wrapped up in the pads. Come on, baby. Are you still there? Oh, I bet he done got off. Man. Well, that sucks. Yep, he done got off. Well, we had potential to get one. They just, when they wrap up like that, God, they can get off so easy. They really can. I mean, this stuff is fun to fish in, but at the same time, God, because them fish, they will get up against something and they can twist, and I mean, they will. Of course, they're masters at throwing the hook, but if they're able to get up against a lily pad or a limb or anything like that, they can get off. I would like to have seen if that was a better one or not, because I mean, that would, if it was, that would tell me something. It's very possible I might actually, for a while, fish some of this deeper water and see. I mean, he actually, you know, he went to it and he wanted it. That's the thing. He actually wanted it, because I slowed it down and he grabbed it and started swimming with it. And that's another thing. As soon as he grabbed it, I should have, the way he grabbed it, I hesitated a little bit. I should have went ahead and popped the hook to him, because when they start swimming like that, they can wrap up real easy. So he started swimming to the right, and that allowed him to get around a couple of lily pads. And man, I thought maybe I would get another one on camera for you just then, but you got to see him hit. I mean, and if you're local, you know, there's a few people that follow me that are actually local, you know, that's within driving distance. I mean, this is a neat little lake, pond, whatever you want to call it, even though they consider it a pond now. I mean, it takes you can't fish the whole place in a you honestly cannot fish it the entire place in a week. I mean, you just got too much you can cover. Oh, one just ran right there in front of us. I thought maybe I could get one more to commit on camera for you, and then I'd probably just shut it down for the day, unless I hung up with a good one. Man, that wind is starting to blow. I mean, the wind is good sometimes. Casting in the wind sucks, but you can cast a long ways with the wind, but when you're trying to go against it, and you really don't want to use too live a line out here. I mean, I pretty much use 15-pound test on all my stuff. I use P-line, the floor clear, pretty much on everything. I used a 15-pound test. Now I will use a 20-pound test on certain applications, but majority of the stuff is the majority of my fishing is gonna be with a 15-pound test. I mean, it's extremely strong. The only time you're gonna have a fish break you off is if it's you been stubborn, or if you done hung a limb or something and snatched it a couple times and done frayed it. Other than that, I mean, I've actually pulled a gator to the boat one day through the lily pads, probably about a 5-footer. I mean, decent size, but I mean, straight force, it's hard to break this line. You know, you can break any of them, but what I use is a 15. You know, I even use it on my spinning reels, but I use, you know, my smaller setups. You know, I use the 4-pound all the way up. You know, I have a bigger, I don't have it with me, I have a bigger spinning reel that I'll use sometimes that I use 12-pound test on. But, and you know, same with braid. You know, I use the P-line braid. I like that brand. I've tried them all, and I've had the best luck with P-line. You know, I've used Seaguar, I've used the Bass Pro Shops brand. You know, I've used Trilene, Berkeley, pretty much about all of them you can name. I've used a bunch of them, and I've had the best luck with this, and that's what I stick with. I buy it, you know, in the big bulk spools, and you know, it does me. Not saying it's gonna work for you, because everybody's got their brand that they believe in. And you know, I've met people that all they like was Stren, or you know, spider wire brand, or you know, just red Cajun, which I hate red Cajun. You know, even years and years ago when I worked at Bass Pro, and we would have customers come in, you know, and they'll buy a reel, I would always, I mean, not a selling pitch, but I'd always recommend get rid of it. Unless you have fished it and you are used to it and you like red Cajun, I'd always recommend cutting that crap off. I've never liked it. Just figured I'd turn you back on real quick. There's a baby gator within a few feet. You see him right there walking away, a little, about a 4-footer. We moved to a different location off in this stuff. I caught one little fish, just a little damn like old perch, but other than that, I've not got any bass in the boat since the last time. I had one bowl up on it, but I hadn't hooked one yet. It's been about 45 minutes since I turned the camera off. I just turned it back on just to, there's these little gator mounds all out here. But anyway, that one wasn't scared. He was just sitting there chilling, so I figured I'd just turn it back on. Anyway, all right, got one out of a bunch of this slop right here. Another small one, but we got him. He choked it now, if you can see. He wanted that ecto crawl. Man, if you can get all of them hooked in the top of the mouth like that, he ain't bad. Little pounder. That's the first one we caught in a while though. Like that video, you know, ooh, that claw was almost gone. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that one off. I've been throwing that bait for the last 45 minutes probably at least. But that's the first one. I've had a couple blow up on it and a couple hit it and just back off. But that's the first one I caught since I turned the camera on and showed you the little gator. I'll cast around a few more minutes and see if there's any more in here, and then shut the camera back down. I got a couple of bites in here. About a minute before I caught that one, I had another one hit it right over there, and just didn't really want it. He just hit it and backed off. As soon as he just slapped it and turned away. Well, right here is not real deep. They might be holding back in shallow. Again, I've been trying a little bit deeper water just because that better one we caught earlier, or that better one I caught earlier, I was trying some a little bit deeper water. This is another little shallow area. It's only about 3 foot deep, but it's just, the bottom is just layered in that stuff that I showed you, and then it's full of lily pads. There's a straight that way about 100 yards. There's a little opening to your left that's a little deep. Hell, it's only about 15 yards long and maybe 8 yards wide, but it's just a little deep hole. Never has any kind of lily pads or anything in it. I mean, it's just a little deep drop off. One of the biggest ones I've hung out here was in that hole. I mean, he came up bucket mouth, it just roamed, and he took it, started going down, and I hooked him for a second and got to feel the weight of it, and it would have probably been my biggest one I've caught out here. Probably it could have been the biggest one I would have ever caught, period. I mean, I've caught some that went just almost 8 pounds, a little over 7 pounds, but you know, it probably would have been one to there goes one swimming off right there. It would have the way it felt, it could have very possibly been. And there's another hole, it's down probably about a 1/4 mile from here. I was actually, when I stopped earlier, I was going to start that starting that little hole, but anyway, there's a little hole around some gator tusks that drop off. It's probably about an 8-foot hole. I hung another big one up in there one day, and ever since then I always go back just to see if there's another one buried up down there. Well, I thought maybe I seen a little bit of, you know, a little bit of fish movement in here. I thought maybe I might would hook up on another one, but maybe it's just one in here. Well, man, like I say, I was gonna run the camera and thought maybe I might could get lucky and get one more to blow up on it before I turn the camera back off. Especially if they're, you know, going, right now it's slowed down. They're, you know, 30-40 minutes between bites. Ain't no need to run the camera, but anyway, I'm gonna shut it down again and ease out into the boat run, and I might be able to get to it through there, but I'm gonna ease out into the boat run, and if I find a little flat, I think I'm gonna try to find another flat that's only about 1 foot deep. And if I find one that's got some fish in it, we'll come back. All right, one more. This one's skinny. Not too bad, man. It's been about 20 minutes since the last one, maybe 25, but I tell you what though, in that damn time frame, I lost a decent one right there. And if you was paying attention earlier in the video, I said there's a spot out here, the only spot that I have that I had actually put a waypoint in. I stopped in that spot because it's very seldom that I will actually throw in there, because it's a deep hole. It's really about 9 foot deep. But anyway, I very seldom ever throw in that spot and not get a bite. And it's changed up since the last time I threw in there. It's got a log going this way and a log going that way, and when it went over the log, a bastard came up, sucked it in, and man, he pinned up. I tried to get to him in time. He pinned up against that log and was able to pull off, so I missed that one. This is another one of those holes that I usually am able to get one out of, like right here in this area. You can see there's an old duck, old stand right there they duck hunters use. There's one there and there's one back over there. Here in the next couple months, it'll grow up so bad, but there'll be one deep hole there, and right where the boat's sitting, one deep hole there, and there'll be a deep hole. There's like 2 or 3 areas that'll be a deep hole, and of course one right there. But usually in this usually in this area, I'm able to get a few bass. I mean, not like right here, it's, you know, it's roughly about 8 feet deep right here in this hole. But anyway, right here in this area, every time I come, I'm usually able to get at least one fish. Sometimes I can get 2. I have been able to get 2 out of this hole. Of course, I just lost one right there, so I could have got 2 there. But anyway, that ain't that bad. That altogether today, I've got 11 bass so far. Now I've been out here. For a while. I got out here this morning about 9:30 or so, and that first, there's bass popping up there around that gator tussocks. First couple hours done really good. These last few has been slow. There's one that was swirling up right there. It don't mean anything. Like I say, they might turn back on this afternoon. I know that wind is blowing them clouds in, and you can feel it, feeling like it's getting ready to rain. So thought maybe one might come up around that. But in a couple of months, this will be so grown up, it is hard to fish around. I wasn't intending on staying out here this long. I got an order that came in a few hours ago for some baits. I had planned on, one swirled up on it right there. I've done it before. It's not good, but because you might accidentally hang a big one. But I have drug little 1.5 pound, 2 pound bass over them little mounds before. But anyway, I had a order for some swim baits that came in. That, and I got a guy wanting me to see make a small sample of a color. And I don't always do it. There's some people I'll do it for. There's a gentleman that's ordered baits from me. There's that other duck blind, but anyway, there's a gentleman that's ordered baits from me. So it is a pain sometimes, though, you know, making a little sample run. But I always look at it as, if I make a sample run and hell, you don't want them, or you know, the guy that was asking about it don't want it, I'll use them, or I'll throw them in an auction with some other stuff, you know. So I technically never lose any money. That other deep hole up here, I've usually done pretty decent in, but let me see how long this. All right, it's been going for a little over 5 minutes. I'm hoping this video ain't too long, man. You know, I've done lost track of how long it's probably close to an hour. Hell, it could be more than an hour, because I talked for a while on camera earlier. So man, that wind, you can hear it up high, and that makes it real difficult to cast, you know, up in here, because most of you cast in here, almost all of them is going to be overhead, you know, just because of the trees and the wind direction and all. So I mean, you can occasionally get some underhand casts like that, but the majority of it's going to be overhead, just because the amount of trees and all. That's why you'll see I'll look forward and behind, because you can very easily catch a limb above you and mess up, you know. But yeah, I was hoping that one fish, like I say, in that one hole that I got a waypoint on, I would have liked to have got it. I've not caught a small one out of that hole yet. Well, I say small. I've not caught one smaller than about 2.5 pounds, maybe 3 pounds out of that hole. Every one of them's been good quality size fish. Last year, you know, I pulled that I can't remember, I weighed him, I think he was like 6.5, somewhere in there. And honestly, he was bigger than I thought he was. I had the momentum with him, and I boat flipped him. And after I boat flipped him, I said, damn, boy, if I would have known he was gonna be, you know, a nice size quality bass like that, I would have never boat flipped him. I would have got down and you know, lipped him and played him a little more. But that's you know, as long as you got the momentum, I guess it ain't that bad. But it would make you feel bad if you got a good one, all of a sudden you went to boat flip him and he was bigger than you wanted, and or you know, expected, and he break off or anything. But there's a spot right here, that there is a little opening that after everything else grows up, that will you know, just be one little open spot right here. And I have hung a couple of nice ones in this area. Today been slow like it is. I don't expect, or well, it started out good this morning, but as far as like right now, as slow as it's done gotten, I don't expect anything to come out of it. But there's one heading to it. He backed off. Get out real quick, throw back and see if he'll be interested in it. He went towards it, but then he veered off. Some people, when the one comes up behind it like that, some people completely stop. Now I will. Sometimes it just depends on how much line I got out, how close I am to the boat. You know, there's a lot of factors in how I will do. Most of the time though, I will try to slow down and maybe slowly twitch it. Occasionally though, you will have a better chance if you stop. I mean, because sometimes, especially in shallow, they'll pick it up when you stop it, or if they're still looking at it, they'll you can. One was following it again. That might be little Jack right there. because that was more of a beeline. Jack are more long and skinny, and they have their little wake when they're following is a little more narrow. So that very well could have been a little jack right there. But yeah, I hung that. You can't always go by that though. I mean, there's been many times out here where I've said, oh, that was probably a jack, you know, and then you cast back over there and you end up with a bass, or vice versa, you know. So yeah, it went around the tip of that tree right there and wrapped around it once. If they ever go around it and wrap, that's, you know, you pretty much gonna have to. But man, there's a lot of fish, you know, nice fishable water. But anyway, I'm gonna get this out. Come on, get over there. That wind is kicking. I'm gonna take and figure out, all right, 12 minutes, figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna ease on out here in a few minutes, but we'll see. If I end up in the next few minutes get another one, I'll turn it back on for a second and then we'll be done. I know I should have been done an hour ago. Anyway, all right, one more. I got my rain suit on now because it come a good little shower and then it just stopped, so maybe they might turn back on. But anyway, been a while since I got one. But number 11, they all small today. But anyway, we're still at it for a while. It's not as late as I thought it was. It's like 2 o'clock. I didn't get out here until 9:30, so it's not that bad. Anyway, I was just about to quit and go to the house. It's been a pretty productive day. I mean, no real big ones other than that 2-pounder we got this morning. Every one of them's little males about a pound, maybe pound and a quarter. But the ones that want it, they are choking that ecto crawl. This makes number 12. I know it sucks we ain't getting all of them on video as far as catching, but I mean, that video would be too long. I just figured I'd do it. Come back here, you bastard. But I figured I'd do it this way. But anyway, I'm gonna release this fish, and if I'll catch another one between here and the hill, because I'm fixing to head out. So if I catch another one between here and there, I'll take a picture of it. I don't know why the camera's sideways now. It's sideways for some reason, but anyway, went about 25 yards and caught another one. These things are like identical twins. I mean, every one of them about the same size. All right. Maybe it's recording. I hit the record button. God damn. All right. Let's see if it recorded. I put it on my hat again. Let's see. Awesome. Yeah, it recorded. Number 14. Tell you what, the sky has gotten, like, it's still a little bit drizzly rain, but in the last couple minutes they have turned on and they're all about the same size. Number 14. Golly. And this gooseberry is the main color I've been using today. It has done really good. It's pretty much just a like a real purple on the top, and then I done the bottom is more of a like a June bug. But man, I was about to head to the house. I mean, hell, I got stuff to do today. I mean, I got to go to work tonight. I got to start a 9-day stretch. But that bass right there was over to the side more, and he, I'm telling you, he just shot straight to it. Damn, I been had my my GoPro under my seat area, you know, where just out the way, because I had the hood on. And oh, you there? I should have, man, I should have cast before I even started rolling. I probably could have got that one. Yeah, I probably could have got that one. Let me slow my heading out. That way you, there goes one. Leave it on while I'm heading out so you can see how thick and windy this crap is. I mean, it's, now they still fish movement out here. They did turn on for that couple of minutes though, right when the rain stopped. They definitely of course it's supposed to come back in. That was just a little shower that hit. It's supposed to come on in. The rain really didn't supposed to start until, you know, 5 or 6 o'clock this afternoon, but it ended up coming a little bit early. I'll work it out a little bit longer. I know I'm dragging this video out. I just really, I was really hoping to get one more to commit, because it's like every time it seems like when I stop recording and put it back down, a damn fish wants to bite. But if I had all day to really do it this way, it would eat up a lot of minutes. But anyway, last cast, and then I'll put this up and ease on out. I'm satisfied with today. Anyway, I'm fixing to head on out, and right before I get where the boat landing is, there's one more little hole I want to stop and throw off in, and because I got about from here I got about a 2.5–3 mile ride till I get to the boat landing. So about 2 miles from here, there's a little spot I want to throw off in, and if I get one, I'll let you know. If not, then I'll do the outro at the boat landing. All right. Whew. All right, this is the outro. I am soaking wet. I took my rain suit off and put it in the back, but whew, it calmed down a natural. It just now stopped. As soon as I got back to the boat landing, it stopped. Anyway, I made that one stop. I'd said that I was gonna stop in that one hole, and just like always, I stopped there and I cast out, and I should have waited until I got closer. I made a long cast trying to ease up in there, but I didn't expect to get a bite, and hell, one come up and grabbed it and took off, run down and to the right, and wrapped up around some damn lily pads, and by the time I got over there, it was gone. But that would have been number 15. I knew better, because I've done it in that spot too many times, because almost every single time I go to this one spot, I know I'm going to get a bite there. It's just everything else is all grown up nasty, and that's just a little deep hole that's got a lot of logs and vegetation and stuff around it. But anyway, could have ended up with 15. Honestly, if I could have got every one that I missed today, I probably could have put 25 in the boat. I mean, as far as the ones that actually took it and got off, I mean, I love fishing Ocheessee Pond, but Ocheessee, you're gonna lose them. I mean, there's just so much stuff for them to get around. Plus, a lot of them today wasn't really like they really wasn't like holding on and really taking it. But anyway, all in all, I'm very satisfied. We ended up I ended up with 14 bass, and I ended up with 14 bass, and then I caught like it's so damn dark, it almost looks like a perch, but I'm thinking it's like a cross between a warmouth and a big brim. I mean, I got a picture of it, but it's just so dark. You know, I mean, hell, the mouth was big enough to engulf that ecto crawl, but it's so dark. I don't know, it don't really. Anyway, so I ended up with 15 fish, but anyway, I'm going to end this video. There will be another one coming later. This is just something I've been wanting to do, get one of me doing a little bit of fishing. I know it's going to be long as hell. I'll try to get it uploaded tonight, maybe. If all else fails, I'll try to have it uploaded by in the morning. But anyway, I will have one coming out shortly within the week to announce the giveaway, so just stay tuned, and we'll get that. But I know this video is going to be long. I appreciate you bearing with me, and at least we got to catch some, and every fish today was caught on the ecto crawl. I did hook one on a 9.5 inch ribbon tail, and I lost it. So every fish that I got in the boat today was on the ecto crawl. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I mean, share it on your social media. Anyway, leave me comments if you want, but we will catch you next time. Thank you.